whatever we do here will guide you to answer many other questions. First of all, look at this first question. The oxidation number of boron in NaBH4. I would like you to give us the name of this compound. This is sodium, this is boron, this is hydrogen. So if you can name this compound, put it in the comment section. Let's start from there. NaBH4. This is tetra, so you can name it. Let me see if you can get it. So what is the oxidation number of this boron here? So we know this and we know this. So this is the one we are looking for. Now this is a compound. This is a compound here. Because this is a compound. The sum of the oxidation state of this, number of this, oxidation number of this, and oxidation number of this is 0. It's a compound. Which means oxidation number means charge. So the charge of sodium is +1. That is 1 plus. The charge of boron here is what we are looking for. So we can call it what? X. The charge of hydrogen is ordinarily -1. So we have 4 here. 4 times -1. Sodium and boron and hydrogen 0. If we have something like this, SO42 minus, is a different case. This is a radical. So we will equate the charge of this and this equal to what? -2, which is this charge here. But because this is a compound, we equate it to what? 0. So we can now add it now. This is 1 plus x. 4 times -1 minus 4 equal to 0. Oh yeah, x 1 minus 4 is what? -3 equal to 0. So s equal to, collect like that. This 3 comes over here, 3. So what is plus 3? B is plus 3. So this boron here is what? Plus 3. Not any of these ones. So if you can say, look at something like this. SO42 minus. So we want to get the oxidation state of sulfur here. Oxidation state of sulfur here, we say oxygen is 2. This charge belongs to these 2. So sulfur is X, oxygen is 2. That is 4 times -2 equal to this charge. This -2 is oxidation state of oxygen, normal oxygen. So X 4 times -2 minus 8 equal to -2. So S equal to -2 plus 8. S equal to 6. That is tetra also sulfate 6. That is it. Alright. So let's solve this number 2 question. So this one is done. We are going to take the next question. Alright. Let's take number 2. It says, which of the following will burn with a brick red color? That is what we say, brick red flame. Brick red flame. In a non-luminous bursting flame. So brick red, which color will it give? Give brick red color. Now, generally, most of the time, all these metals have characteristic color that they burn with. All these metals, they have characteristic colors they burn with. So I'm giving you another assignment in the comment. Sodium, if the answer is not sodium, it's not this one, it's not sodium. It's not this, but it is this. Calcium chloride. Most of the time, this calcium is like a component of the bone. The component of bone. So calcium. Most of the time, calcium. And if you are in any form of experiment, you see something like dirty white in qualitative analysis, dirty white. Know that there is calcium ion present there. Most of the time, dirty white. So, but when it burns, calcium burns with what? Brick red flame. Brick red. So, and I'm giving you the assignment. What color does sodium burn with? And what color does potassium burn with? If you check other past questions, they will say which of the following burns with. They will give you something like this: lilac color or golden yellow flame. Which of these two? One of these burns with this, or they will call it purple, something like this. And which of these two burns with golden yellow flame? Oh yeah, put the answer in the comment section. Alright, so this is number 2. This one is now done. We'll go to this number 3. Number 3 question says, which of the following compounds is a neutral oxide? Wow. Neutral oxide. What is a neutral oxide? First of all, an oxide is a substance that contains a metal or non-metal with what? Oxygen. A metal combines with oxygen to form an oxide, a metallic oxide. A non-metal combines with oxygen to form a non-metallic oxide. So now, substances like sodium can bond in air to give us sodium oxide. So if we try to balance this equation, this will give us 4, 2. So sodium bonds in air. That is the same thing with which of these colors? See it now. So this is a basic oxide. Basic oxide. This basic oxide, so it has basic properties. It can turn red litmus paper what? Blue. So this is a basic oxide. So it's a basic oxide. Alright. So we look at another one. Now we look at this place. Sulfur 4 oxide. This sulfur 4 oxide is not a neutral oxide. A neutral oxide is an oxide that has no action on litmus paper. So it will not turn it red or blue, neutral. So it does not have any action on litmus paper. So now look at this. Sulfur 4 oxide is not a neutral oxide. It's not. Sulfur 4 oxide is an acidic oxide. It's an acid anhydride. SO2. SO2 is an acid anhydride. SO2 is an acid anhydride, which means that this combines with water to form an acid. So it's an acid anhydride. So this thing is an acidic oxide. It turns blue litmus paper red. So it's an acidic oxide. So it cannot be this sulfur 4 oxide. Carbon 2 oxide. Yes. This carbon 2 oxide, or what we also call carbon monoxide. Monoxide. This is carbon 2. This one is carbon 4 oxide. Carbon 2, carbon 4. Some of you will ask how. Check my previous videos on oxidation states. This is carbon 4 oxide. This is carbon 2 oxide. You can still ask me a question in the comment section and I will help you. Alright. So this is carbon 4 oxide. This one is another acid anhydride. Acid anhydride means that if you add water to this, it will give you this weak acid. It will give you this weak acid. So this one is an acidic oxide as well. It's an acidic oxide. So this one, carbon 2 oxide, is a neutral oxide. This very one is a neutral oxide. Another neutral oxide is nitrogen 2 oxide, NO. Nitrogen 2 oxide is another neutral oxide. So the answer is what? Carbon 2 oxide. Sulfur 6 oxide is another acid anhydride. This one is also what? An acidic oxide. Alright, let's look at another question.